Corp radio station. Listen online at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live from Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Tuesday, April 2nd. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning in. My apologies for taking yesterday off. It was April Fool's Day, as you know. I was the fool because I assumed, for whatever reason, I had this work email last week talking about early release, and I was just like, oh, man, looks like we got Monday off for Easter. That's awesome. This is new. I'll take it, right? So then I went ahead and, without fully reading the email, just skimming over the top, made life plans. And he told Weirdo, don't worry about Monday. You know, we have the day off. Thank you, Lotus. And then over the weekend, while I'm doing this gym click remote, I realized, talking to colleagues, that I was sad. I was misunderstood. Like I realized that we, in fact, actually had a company work day. It wasn't a day off. But in my head, I was already like, no, this is a day off. This is a holiday, right, guys? I mean,
right?
I'm not even a religious person, but, Easter eggs and Jesus. Can we, get an extra day to recover from that?
Right.
And so, they said to me that it in fact, is not a holiday and you have to come to work. And I called up Mac and I'm like, well, we already had, plans to not work. So it's less than 48 hours away. We can't turn about now. We're past the point of no return. I swear to God.
I hate to say it, but yeah, we can't do anything about this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's no way to change that at this point. Yes, I understand it's 12:30 on a Saturday, and I do have 2 full days to get my head straight, but mentally I'm on vacation till Tuesday. So that's
I just love how you can play it off as an April Fool's joke, though.
Yeah.
It's like, I got you guys.
Yeah, that's what I did. I wanted you guys, because, there's a lot of uncertainty in radio, and it wouldn't be the first time that you tuned into your favorite radio show and nothing would be on the air, and you'd be like, what the hell happened? There'd be no answer. That's just how it is. That's how radio operates, which is odd. So April Fools.
Gotcha.
So
that was a good one, Beef.
Yeah, thank you. And then also, what I think Mother Nature played an April Fool's joke on us yesterday as well, because it is April 1st and spring should be fully in effect, and we have a winter storm that brings snow and hail to certain parts of southern Arizona. We went through January, February, March, sweating our ass off, to be honest with you. I mean, how many of you actually flipped over to the air conditioning during the first 3 months of the year?
Yeah, what a weird feeling that is.
Yeah, right?
Like,
yeah, I know. I finally gave in. Eventually, kind of like halfway through March, I was like, I just can't do it anymore. I got to go to AC.
You win TEP.
Yeah. And then as soon as I did that, like a day later, we get a full blown winter storm, and we're freezing our ass off. And that's the oddness that is Arizona weather now.
Arizona weather is like every ex-girlfriend I've had.
Yeah, hot and cold, right?
Hot and cold, can't predict.
Right. Yeah. You're like, I'm gonna marry her. Yeah, she's ready for it. And then the next day, she's snowing and hooking up with my best friend. What the hell, Arizona weather?
Come on, Tucson weather. What are you doing? Put your pants back on.
There's a couple things we have to address, but the big ticket item today on the show on this Tuesday is yesterday we were supposed to announce the Black Keys are coming to Arizona. At the Footprint Center. That's going to be a big deal. So we're going to win them before you buy them tickets all week long for the Black Keys. Your opportunity to win those tickets today will be between 8 and 8:30. So be prepared for that. We also have Catalina Craft Pizza coming in the 7 o'clock hour, do another round of tap out. Went up to $100 in gift certificates for that fine establishment. And since it's Tuesday, Rico's going to have another 5-star review. I woke up this morning looking at notifications on social media, as one does, and I noticed a comment on one of our listeners' comments on our Facebook page. And it's from a page called Beef Vegan Show.
What?
Yes.
And that's not you.
That's not me.
Ooh.
And so I click on it and I'm like, what the hell is this? And it's literally a page saying, congratulations, slide in my DMs. You won money and whatnot. And I'm like, what
Whoa,
the hell? So
you made it, dude.
Yeah. But here's the weird thing about this, and we'll pull it up on the podcast broadcast so you can see this. First and foremost, that is not me. All right. My social media is at Beef Vegan, period.
Yeah.
And Beef Vegan Presents. I would never name this show Beef Vegan Show. I mean, seriously.
That's a big giveaway for the real one.
Yeah. Just a lack of originality and, like,
it doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it's stupid. But this page has been around for a couple years now. And yeah, they've been kind of slow rolling until it was time to start scamming people. So they went through on their KFMA page. They didn't comment on, comments that were posted yesterday. They went back and they commented on comments from posts 7 years ago to kind of be under the radar. And I got those notifications and I saw the page, and the page has been reposting a lot of the content that I have been sharing on my social media and actually doing a pretty good job of it. In fact,
better than you.
This page has 2,500 followers, dude.
What?
Yeah, man. It's almost more popular than I am. And I'm like, damn it, I need to be a scam page.
Right.
It is fascinating. So
they got no shame. They just put everything out.
Yeah, you're going to see it on the podcast broadcast later on. But just keep in mind, if you get any kind of weird messages from Beef Vegan Show saying, hey, you won anything and you got to message me, no, that's not how that works.
No.
Yeah, and I would not do that to you. I'm not sliding in random people's DMs. I'm not the creep that I was when I was 30. Okay, so keep that in mind and just let it be known. The only way you're gonna win a prize is if you call 600 KFMA when it's time to win a prize. Okay, and I'm so weird that I have to even state that.
I know,
but we made it, Rico.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a great show planned for you, so stick around. Your morning morning's coming up after music from Daughtry, kicking things off with Green Day. I'm Rock 102.1 KFMA. You know the name of the show. Let's go. All right, so we're back here live, and I'm going to show you this page. I'm not joking around. We got about 45 seconds before we get on here. We'll do a deep dive on this page here in a little bit, but look at this shit, dude. They have this promotion going on. Look what they posted.
What?
Yeah. Crazy cash. Win $1,000 13 times a day.
How are they doing better graphics than our team?
And how are they giving away more money? Well, the reality is we're not, dude. Yeah. So this Beef Vegan Show, we're gonna see this page. This page is mental as far as how much detail and the long con that they decided to do. This is a long con because they've been doing posts for years. Or
look at that. Go back to that. Look at that first comment, the description he wrote. We only process the reward if you have been selected as a winner. It's like very ornate.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're looking at the Beef Vegan Show scam page that was set up on Facebook in 2022. And I noticed that this page has been commenting on posts that are about 7 years old on the KFMA page, trying to tell people that they won money. So if you receive any notifications from anything that resembles us saying, hey, you won money and you need to hit us up, don't do it. It's a scam.
Don't do it.
Yeah. The only way I'm giving away stuff is on air only. And so we're going down the rabbit hole with this page because it was really impressive. The amount of work that they put behind creating a fake page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like they have posts that have no scam attached at all. It's literally just promotion. And they have 2,500 followers on that page.
You're like, I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
Almost jealous.
Incredible.
Almost jealous. I mean, they don't have more followers than me at this point, but I've had that page for almost 15 years now. So they started it up 2 years ago. They're already caught up to me almost. And that's what kind of makes me mad.
Vegan Show.
Yeah. Which is unoriginal. If it's unoriginal, then you know it's not me.
Oh.
Uh-huh. All right, got a crazy story about gangs of monkeys. And now this happens. Yes. Yeah, this happens all the time, right? Mm-hmm. But this latest story is out of Thailand. When a violent monkey gang took over a town. And I have video that I'm going to show you on the podcast broadcast. Lopburi is the name of the town. Not one, but two gangs of monkeys.
Wow.
Two separate gangs.
They teamed up.
Like the Bloods and the Crips of monkeys stake their claim to the town, and they're engaging in unprecedented violence. It's literally a real life, Planet of the Apes situation in Thailand. Now, authorities are mobilizing in an attempt to quell the chaos and relocate the primates. but they say that the violent macaques have forced police to arm themselves with slingshots and tranquilizer guns. So in Thailand, you're seeing two separate gangs of monkeys fight with cops who are armed with slingshots
and rocks.
Yeah, I want to see this. Yeah, and tranquilizer guns. What's more, the monkeys are intelligent. They've learned to scurry at the sight of a tranquilizer gun, and then laugh and point at cops at the sight of a slingshot. Now, meanwhile, local vendors, drivers, and merchants are becoming more wary of the increasingly bold and unafraid presence. So, I'm telling you, there's an uprising in monkeys.
I just want to see a monkey catch a dart.
I'm glad that you said that because I'm going to show you video on the podcast broadcast right now. We're going to hit the reset on the FM side. We're going to look at violent macaques on the Facebook stream and youtube.com/beefvegan. Be back with Would You Rathers and a lot more. Rock 102.1 KFMA, so don't go away.
The Violent Macaques sounds like a great band name too.
I know, dude. Damn. I love saying macaques, but these monkeys. Now, when you were in Japan, you said there was a monkey show that you watched.
Yeah, a really sweet monkey.
Yeah, it was a macaque too, though, right?
I don't know.
This kind of monkey.
An orangutan?
Here. Was it this kind of monkey right here?
Like the tiny fellows.
Oh, it looked like that. Yeah.
Yeah. These are macaques. They're very, intelligent.
Yes.
And very strong. And macaques can last all night long. Now, look at these are two separate gangs. So you see the separation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the Bloods and the Crips, and they're facing off against each other. Meanwhile, in the middle of traffic, everyone's like, God damn it. Now I got to wait for this
macaque warfare.
Yeah, this macaque gang fight to finish until I can get going on. And I'm going to make sure that we play Foo Fighters Monkey Wrench because that's only fitting.
Mm-hmm.
So here is, let's watch.
Do they attack people?
Oh, they attack people.
Oh.
They just you win. They mess people up.
Jeez, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of macaque.
It's a macaque fest.
เอาอีกแล้วหลุมกันกลางถนนเลย
Is that a person? No, they're beating up the monkeys.
I hope not.
ได้ยินเสียงไหมน่ะดังน่าดู
Look at the brave ass lady just walking.
Whatever.
You see that? Yeah. Just this person, just like what? Like it's just another day in Thailand, and it's like they're not going to turn on me. Eventually, they're going to turn on you, dude. We've seen in India crazy stories of these monkeys not only attacking people but even being trained to kidnap children. Ride motorcycles and shit that you just think is like impossible, but that's literally where we're at today.
That could be their leader.
You think?
Could be the one guiding them.
Okay.
Could you imagine the power?
Mm.
My macaque army.
Your imagination is killer. Let's see. I know you want a gang of monkeys, don't you?
Everybody does.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not
What would
wrong.
you do with a gang
of monkeys?
Good things.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
what?
no.
Build houses.
He doesn't want to admit to any potential monkey crimes.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand. Because this is, live stream right now. They might like record it, take a little snippet, and be like, he's been talking about his uprise for
He's
years.
been plotting this for a long time.
Luckily, we don't have like a huge monkey population in Tucson.
No.
So it's going to be very difficult. I think you would have to try to, what would be, I guess, raccoons. You could try
Javelinas.
Javelinas.
Javelinas don't necessarily have the limbs, and javelinas might be good for like a front line if you're barging like tanks.
Right. The opposable thumb though.
Yeah. That's why I think raccoons would be the closest thing that we would have to macaques, and having a small army, and you could kind of train them with just feeding them garbage. They love garbage.
And we have plenty of it.
Yeah.
Lots of garbage.
So that's interesting. Here, watch a little bit more of this video because again, this is always fascinating. It took over the tax car, and then look at that park. If you thought parks in downtown Tucson were shitty, what would you take? Would you rather have 10 homeless people or 1,000 macaques?
Don't make me answer that.
Well, I don't know. Wow. I mean, honestly, that looks like a macaque castle, right? So they got the front line, they're guarding it all along there, and you're like, that's theirs now. Nobody's going in that. Nah, like
It's
right.
crazy thinking back. I mean, when I went to Bali for that wedding back in like 2018, there's this place called the Ubud Monkey Forest. It's like the same. It's like the exact same thing right there. It's like they just literally have domain over this entire park, and you're just walking through their territory. And there's signs everywhere. Don't look them in the eye. Don't try anything stupid. This is their land. So you're just walking through monkey territory, and it's just they'll jump on you, steal things, and you're just like, well, I signed up for this.
Well, you told the story of your buddy getting attacked by monkeys.
Vietnam.
Yeah, in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, it's a real threat.
Yeah, it's a
It's
real
no joke.
threat.
These guys, these little buggers, they're wily.
Yeah, you think they're adorable, and you think it's like, it's just a monkey. What can it do? It can do a
Can do a
lot.
lot.
It can eat your face, dude.
Your
literally.
eyeballs out.
So terrifying. B sounds like he has a macaque in his mouth. There it is, Todd. There it is. All right, so elephant in the room. Yes, we did not do a show yesterday, as I announced in the show open, but I hope you enjoyed the replay of our interview with Reverend Horton Heat, and I went way back on that.
I thought Cat was back for a second.
I
I'm
know,
like,
I was
oh,
like, wait.
what?
Yeah.
Where's
And Powers, and it was yellow. Weirdo will be in tomorrow, but I have unfortunate news. Weirdo is putting in her 2-week notice, and so Weirdo will be wrapping up the show. Now she plans to hopefully be on the podcast from time to time, kind of like take Mari's schedule. And I'm like, that doesn't work for everyone. And like, I need someone, throughout the day, and so I have to figure out a lot of different things. The reason why Weirdo is putting in her 2 weeks is because she got a job offer, an opportunity to go full time at Rustics, and she's going to take that. So it's still love, which is good. But unfortunately, the timing could not have been worse, to be honest with you. But I can't blame her on that. But and then because of this, and you kind of see in the writing on the wall, when we thought that we had Monday off, she was very quick to be like, thank God. And so I told Mac, once I realized that we didn't have the day off, I was like, let me just take a personal day anyways, because I don't think she's coming in, and we have to plan on that. So now the idea is, how can we continue to be consistent in the content and the package that we are offering on a consistent basis, obviously, with limited resources and a lot of different obstacles, meaning like responsibilities and schedule. And that's what I'm trying to figure out right now, while I'm still having a meeting on Thursday. Our ratings are in the shitter, and like I have zero leverage there. And I'm honestly, I'm scared a little bit. I'm also a little stressed because I'm like, God, the timing couldn't have been worse. But then at the same time, the flip side of that coin is this universe telling us it's time to move on, which is a possibility as well. So this is some of the things that I've been contemplating over the past couple of days, and still, want to, if I'm going down, I want to go down swinging and kicking ass. But sometimes it is defeating, super defeating, right? So I'm like, okay, what are some of our options? Well, one of the options, what I was kicking around even before Weirdo announced that she has to step away, was pre-recording some shows in the afternoon, just so that way when I'm hosting a show in the morning, I have content with multiple people that are part of the cast throughout that morning. So essentially it just adds hours to my day, which I'm fine with, because to be honest with you, early afternoon, I got nothing going on. So it's either like, once I get done with my show prep, and then I'm just kind of dicking around. It's like, do I watch TV or play a video game? Or, because I haven't been like necessarily social. I guess I could have used that time to be social. But it's a weird time in the day, like 2 to 4 in the afternoon. People are working, so it's usually a wide open spot for me. So I'm thinking maybe we'll come in on Tuesdays or Thursdays, or both, pre-record some segments for the following day. And then I got to also book up podcasts throughout the week. So our, studio's full from 9 to 10, and then also record and book guests for the afternoon as well. It's a lot. It's a lot, to be honest with you. And I'm stressed about it. But we'll figure it out. That's it. I stay wide open. I don't know what that means.
Is that good?
Cartecito?
Sure I do.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So we're figuring it out, and yeah, and we're still trying to figure out. I got to talk with Mari on what her availability is. You know, because with kids and all that, and then Rico, his schedule's set in stone. You know, so he's only available to the outside world from 6 to 10 a.m. Tuesday and Thursday.
That's right.
No, no
Takes a lot of
flexibility.
time to train that macabre army, the cock army.
Are you in the gym for like 6 to 8 hours after the show on Tuesdays and
No.
Thursdays?
No.
All right. Well, we're figuring out is the long story short. Unfortunately, you know, and this is the thing that's frustrating. And another reason why it's like, oh, maybe this will be the fucking end. This will continue to happen. Because if they're not willing to spend and give like Rico a full-time salary, he's not going to put full-time hours, right? And nor should he. Same thing with Weirdo. Weirdo's getting offered $30,000 a year, right? That's not much. When I got first hired down here, I had $32,000, which is still shit. But
that was before the inflation and all that too. So it's kind of like even worse.
Right.
Like,
But at the fact of the matter is like, hey, you guys can afford to pay this stuff if you wanted. If you truly wanted us to succeed, then the bare minimum you would give or offer small salaries to those who you believe add to the value of the station and the show. Unfortunately, though, you know, just based off this past 3 months and the way the ratings are going, and it gives me no leverage whatsoever to get that fucking swift hurry up and give a salary to some people.
that's why it's even funnier with that joke, that competition. It's like, yeah, we got the money, but you know what we're going to do instead? We're going to have a contest where we give that all away to
Right.
people for no reason.
Now, of course, that's a company-wide promotion.
Still.
If it was just a cluster, I would have I would have walked out. You know, it would have been like, fuck you guys, you're giving out more than I'm getting paid a year. That's how much you're swimming in money. But no, it's the entire company of 13 different markets.
All these winners read Reef Negan,
yeah.
Thief Keegan. Weird.
I know. No, I know. What I would have done is I would have gave out the wrong word to text in every day. Yeah. And then I would have just texted over and over the right one.
I would
100%.
have read about that news headline somewhere and be like, God, that's genius, but dumb at the same time.
But the problem is that's only affecting KFMA listeners. I would have to figure out a way to infiltrate the system
You could
to
just
make
walk
sure
over.
they're all. Yeah. Or every morning I pop in to like the Frank show and be like, hey, I just got off the phone with Mucho. He says, pay no mind to the keyword that you have in your promo suite. What it is my balls. So make sure you tell people to text my balls. And
don't check with Mucho. He's busy.
Yeah,
Just trust me.
Yeah, he told me to tell you and then also not to double check with him just to be safe because he's very busy.
That sounds like him. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unfortunately, that didn't work, but it was good news for Samantha. Samantha was our KFMA listener. I'm glad that we did get one KFMA
Right?
listener out of this
Nice.
because it literally was, a different market every day.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so it could have easily been a Spanish station getting all the winners because they have more people that text in.
And let's just admit it. It's more fun when somebody in the Spanish station wins.
Yeah, they react well.
They react very well.
Yeah,
And they announce it well.
I know. That's true.
Goal!
He could say that racist joke because he's technically Spanish.
That's right.
Yeah. You got would you rathers?
I do.
Okay. Let's do a tease here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. That's Jelly Roll with Need a Favor on the podcast broadcast. We're live, youtube.com/beefvegan. We're going to have Mari's Would You Rathers coming up. Did you notice that Rico got a haircut though?
I did. It looks good.
She said I look shorter.
I did not say that. I said you
Yeah.
went short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you look shorter. You went
I lost all the leverage I had on dating apps with
Yeah.
those 3 inches of hair.
you
added.
went from Shaq to Danny DeVito.
Oh,
And
No.
then tell Mari exactly what happened when you attempted to get your haircut.
what do you mean? What happened?
Didn't the lady try to talk you out of it?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Really?
She was like, Are you losing your mind? Are you having a mental breakdown? Like, yes. Can I get the discount, please?
Yeah. It's
But
like,
no, she was like, you have great hair. Like, I'm insulted for you. Why
yeah.
would you do this? I'm like, because I can.
Yeah.
Because
And
I have the power.
when he walked in, Mari, I was so infuriated with him because I saw him post a video over the weekend and I thought it was an older video because he's done this look before. But his hair has grown in and he's got no balding whatsoever. It's
None.
thick, glorious hair. The
Mhm.
hairstyle looked good. He was pimping. And he said, you know what I don't like? Meh. women or sex in general, I'm shaving my head, dude. And now he looks like Natalie Portman from V versus Vendetta or V for Vendetta.
Yeah, the V1, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Or Britney Spears in
Yeah.
2003.
Speaking of V, you're not getting any now that you shaved your head.
Oh, well. I'm going monk mode, baby.
Are you though?
Give me the orange robe.
I mean, it is a summer haircut, and I get it.
True.
But
It's like
you know,
Pedro and what is it? Napoleon
Napoleon
Dynamite.
yeah, absolutely,
It's hot.
absolutely. In Arizona, it's a thing that people used to do in high school. But
Yep.
you know, like when you have a glorious, very respectable, professional, smooth hairstyle,
Mm.
and then just throw that all the way because why?
I don't know.
Do you
I'll figure out a
regret
good
it?
answer.
Did you regret it at all?
No.
after you got
my
it?
hair grows back so fast anyway.
It does.
It's just
You
to see
son of a
people's
bitch.
reaction.
I'm just so mad because I'm just like
It grows back in a month.
I'm gonna be 80 years old wearing a hat backwards. I've been wearing this hat for a long time for reasons, bro. Anyways, your Would You Rather's Mari coming up next. We're gonna have a bunch of conversation on the podcast broadcast that you can only hear at youtube.com/beefvegan. We'll be back after the latest from Beartooth. Here's I Was Alive on Rock 102.1. Yeah, I mean,
feels
ladies on the stream, what do you think? Yeah, you like bald Rico?
Bald Rico.
Yeah,
It's nice.
it's nice. His other haircut was super nice, though.
Looks like an
In fact,
avatar.
actually, I think I have
It would probably
Um,
need more maintenance though. Did you have to like style it?
put some
That's
gel
what
in
it is.
it.
It's like you know how nice it is to get out of the shower and be like, I don't have to do my hair. Just walk right out.
I know. I would
Oh,
shave my
done.
head if I could.
Boom. You can do it.
Ugh,
No, let's see.
You have a nice shaped head, right?
This is
no.
what
Or is it like
Rico's-
really
I
lumpy?
think it's kind of lumpy.
Just
Oh,
to remind
no.
you, I want to just remind you real quick. This is what Rico's hair looked like last week. All right, and it was glorious. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Here, I'm muting that.
It's just zoomed in my hair the entire podcast.
Look at that hair.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But see, you had to gel it. You had to like
Gel
coif
looks
it.
greasy. Look at that. Looks chaotic.
Nah, that looks good, man.
Thinning.
Do you think it's thinning?
No, in fact, you could tell it's not thinning because now it's shaved bald, and it just there's no hiding anything there. So
I don't know. It looks like I'm some kind of extremist, like I joined Project Mayhem or something.
yes,
Like I'm
it
ready to
makes
join
it
like
look
a militia.
You're an extremist,
I'm
and that's
ready.
why. When you came in, I'm like, uh-oh,
What'd
who
you
got you
do?
now? Yeah, what rabbit hole did you go under this time?
What dotted line did you sign? Oh no.
Yeah, so but to answer that question, you're not in a cult. Ah, shit, dude. I mean, that's
What
Not reassuring.
good benefits. They had medical. You know
Wow.
what?
I
You
need
can't
that.
beat that these days.
yeah. I mean, honestly, for medical and dental, I'd probably join the cult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you got your insurance all situated, right?
I did.
Okay, good.
I think
Yeah,
I got scammed. That scam though was pretty.
you're right. Yeah, so she got scammed
Uh-oh.
by
Mhm.
what seemed like a legit healthcare organization,
Yeah.
right? So how did you get scammed again?
Whoa.
I talked to somebody on the phone.
Right.
I gave them my credit card and I paid it. And I called them repeatedly and was like, "This is too good to be true. Are you sure this is real?" And they'd be like, "Yes, we're real, absolutely." And then I tried to use it, and the place was like, "I've never seen this." And I was like, "Really?" And I called them the next day, and I was
Oh,
like, "Are you guys
geez.
real?" They're like, "Yeah, we're real." I was like,
Did they mail you anything?
They did.
They did. They mailed you like
Elite
a medical
6 was
card,
my- yeah, but my thing was called Elite 6.
right?
That was my plan.
Elite.
You're one
six.
of the 6 people that fell for this scam. Very elite.
I love it.
Yeah.
There's only
I
6
got my
of
money
them.
back. Thank you. Bank.
Yeah.
You did get your money
I
back.
did.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Oh, okay.
Liz said you look like a red flag. That means
I'll take a Chinese funeral.
red
yeah,
flag.
that means she's attracted. So yeah.
Need a neck tattoo and I'm good to go, baby.
Ooh, you could do that. You could rock that.
Yeah, Liz says you look like her next mistake. See you soon.
Yes.
Yes.
So I told the lady at the haircut, I'm like, just give me the red flag look.
Yeah.
Make me look really, really like bad news.
Yep. Super
That
solid.
feels so nice.
All right, 5 seconds. Let's do some would you rather's here.
Okay.
Rock on 2.1 KFMA. That's the latest from Beartooth. I Was Alive is the name of the song. Welcome back to the show. We got Mari in studio, so you know we have to do another round of Would You Rathers. So what do you got for us here, Mari?
Okay. So shout out to Casa Video and their games. 'Cause I got this off the Would You Rather game box.
Did you have a date night
Ooh.
recently?
No, we just go there to get kid movies once a week.
Okay.
There you
Yeah.
go.
What was your last date night besides going to Japan, which was a family vacation, but still should count as a date night? Trying to give your husband
Dude.
as much credit as possible.
I don't have one.
See, there you go. So, well, you did go to Japan, so stop being so needy. All right. What is
The
Okay.
cat's good for 6 months. We're good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Would you rather only age from the neck up or the neck down?
Oh, well, I'll start with you, Rico.
Damn.
Neck up or neck down?
Ooh.
So you want crow's feet or old man balls?
Oh my god. Yeah, but the opposite's kind of weird too, isn't it?
Either one
I
is
don't know.
weird. I mean,
I'll age up. I already look young for my age anyway. I'll do the up one. So
Yeah.
I
Your
don't want.
face?
I don't want the wrinkly ball.
I'll tell you what, though. There are plenty of older guys that are, physically fit, and they look great from the neck down. You can't tell how old they are, and those dudes, those are called daddies, right? I mean, they're getting the ladies, and they're getting the appeal. So I think you can get away with having an aged face with a young-looking fit body, as opposed to the opposite, because you could have a pretty face, and then you take your shirt off, and you got Mr. Burns-like body.
Oh god.
Yeah, that dude's not banging. So I would have to go with, let's go young body, old face all day long.
Yeah.
I already feel like I have old man's body.
Like that
in
guy
certain
from
areas.
Pan's Labyrinth, that weird
Yes.
creature thing.
Yes.
I don't want to look like that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly. So you get that, like, give me a 20-year-old's body that's kind of like buff and is like spectacular.
And Clint Eastwood's face.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is a market for that. There's a whole sub genre on Pornhub. Girls love that stuff. All
I
right.
answered that.
Yeah. All right. What's your
Easy.
next one?
Okay. Would you rather be captured by pirates or bad guys from the old Wild West?
Bad guys or pirates?
Bad guys from the Wild West, like cowboys.
Okay, or pirates.
Pirates. Yeah.
Which one seems more rapey?
Pirates for sure.
Okay, well then I'm going with the
Pillage.
old Wild Wild West guys.
There be no laws on the high seas.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I get emotional.
Dead men tell no tales.
Yeah.
I would choose the Cowboys too.
Yeah.
Because you can
okay.
either outwit them with your drawing skills. I've been watching a lot of Old West movies, so I'm really good at doing that quick draw.
Mhm.
And then poker. You can out your way either way.
Oh.
The Pirates are just like, you can win all the games you want. We're still going to do things to your body and throw you to the sharks.
What do you think
So.
is a more traumatizing way to go? Walking the plank or being hung?
Plank.
Really?
Hardcore. Never do I would never want to do the plank.
Why? Because you
Sharks.
want to get sharks and
I hate
get
sharks.
or drown
And
Sharks.
drowning. You're drowning and getting eaten.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does seem like a more devastating way to go.
Oh, good.
So you got to go with the Cowboys. I mean, I play Red Dead Redemption, so I've
too.
definitely experienced this before. But luckily for me or Arthur Morgan, I've escaped every time. You're welcome. All right, give me one more.
Eve. One more job.
Yeah, one more. Would you rather?
Okay. If reincarnation was real, would
Okay.
you rather all your debt transfer with you to the next life or your bad habits,
Bad habits.
whatever they may be?
Yeah, I would say debt all day long for sure. First off, I don't have that much debt, which is good. I don't have that much wealth either, but you kind of breaking even. But the bad habits I've developed definitely attribute to any kind of debt that I may have. And it can be detrimental to my health or even my intelligence. I mean, you listen to the show, you get it. So I would definitely leave the bad habits behind me, take the debt with me. What do you say?
You put that very well.
Thank you.
That was well said. That was deep.
Oh,
Now that you just changed my mind, because I was be like, yeah, I can get rid of all the student debt, and I can still be, I can still chain smoke and drink all the time, and yeah, I'll go with beef on that one.
All right,
That's
well,
smart. It's
I'm
true.
glad I convinced you. Look at me. I'm like an attorney for Would You Rather. All right, so we're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back more right after music from Puddle of Mud and Rock 102.1 KFMA. I'm probably not going to play that, to be honest with you. But
The pedal?
the puddle.
The puddle.
The puddle.
The pud.
Well, maybe I will play
Play
it.
some of the
then.
pud.
When is Chevelle?
It's April 19th.
That's coming up.
Do you want to go to that show?
I do.
Okay. Do you want to introduce them?
I could.
Okay. Do you want to get paid $100 to introduce them?
Yes.
Okay. So
Ooh.
here's the deal. And I don't know if Razor's going to try to swoop in for this because he tends to do that. He doesn't care about making money or losing money to travel from California. But that's the deal this year is there's going to be Sublime of Rome and Chevelle are both talent fees for introducing the band. But I don't think I could be at the Chevelle show because of Tucson Roadrunners and going into the playoffs. So
By myself.
yes,
But I'll be in the audience going, Mari, Mari, Mari.
You guys can do it together, but it's a Friday night, and I figured you'd be working.
Yeah, I'm
but can you go in later?
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was like, 'cause you guys could do it together and split it and go 50-50 and have fun with it.
I'm not taking a cut of her glory.
I don't even know.
Just have an
if I wanna
earpiece
do
and
that for
have Beef
$100.
coach you.
I will coach you, and it's probably going to be a soft intro. So, this is how this will work, Mari. You would go up and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Mari from Beef Vegan Presents on KFMA. How you guys doing? Just letting you know that we're gonna have Chevelle hit the stage here shortly. So get in and let's pack it. Are you guys ready for Chevelle?"
Can I write it on my hand and like read my hand as I'm like and like have, like
Chanel, you say Chanel by accident. Who wants to see Chanel?
Chanel?
It happens, and I've messed up plenty of stage introductions in the past. So the best thing about this, just like doing stand-up comedy and bombing, is that when it's over with, nobody cares.
Mhm.
So like, don't hold on to it, let it go. The worst case scenario is you go up there and like you flub or they don't cheer immediately. No one cares. No one cares. You're up there as just a reminder of two things. One, Chevelle's going to be performing soon. So now's the time to make sure you get your spot. And then two, mention the station. Like, hey, by the way, KFMA is still a thing. Have you guys been listening?
You ever heard of us?
We really appreciate it if you tuned in every now and then. We got a pretty cool morning show. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Let's let her practice right now.
Okay.
I'm so drunk. I love these corn dogs. How about you, Beef? Who's this person?
Well, I won't be there.
Hello. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Okay.
Who are you?
Hi.
I'll note right off the bat, no mic check.
No mic check.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so don't.
Yep.
No, is that like retired? Like people don't say that.
Well, rappers say in like recording booths,
Uh-huh.
but people who are making introductions don't necessarily do that
Okay.
in front of a public
Right, noted.
audience, right?
No
Yeah.
mic check.
No mic check.
Okay. So
Because
hello. Hello, everybody. Howdy.
Woo!
Hey, hey.
Woo!
It's Mari from Beef Vegan Presents on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Hello.
Okay, no, so you're wrong. All right, so here's
I don't do the wave.
You can wave. I would stop with all the hellos. This is how I would do it. Okay, you're gonna start off with just saying Tucson. Woo!
Tucson.
No, you say it energetically, and you're gonna get their attention with that very first word, and it's also gonna bring pride of their surroundings, right? It does.
Tucson.
No, don't stretch it out too long.
Let me hear you, Tucson.
No, you go Tucson. That's how you get your
Tucson.
attention.
T-Town.
Now, everyone that's at the Pima County Fair in Tucson is essentially going to represent Tucson. They're going to know that when you say Tucson, you're talking to them. They're like, I'm Tucson.
That's me.
Right.
T-Town? Can I say T-Town?
No.
Too avant-garde.
Don't try to pull a Dino and say Dirty T or anything like that.
No, I would never say.
Yeah. But T-Town at the same time is like, we're too close to Easter was like a Trans Awareness Day or whatever. It's still politically dividing, and people might think that's
Just
a T
Tucson.
thing.
Tucson.
Tucson.
Like
Tucson.
Yeah, you
like
go.
Tucson.
Hey, what's going on? My name's Mari from Beef Vegan Presents on Rock 102.1. You know what you came here? Coming up here in a little bit is Chevelle. You guys excited to see Chevelle?
Yeah.
Well, stick around because that's coming up next.
And then I pass out and throw
And
up
then
all
you just
over
pass
myself.
out. Yes. And they'll cheer for that too.
I think you could be fine in this.
Oh,
Are you
dude.
that nervous?
Dude,
It'd be so easy.
like
Don't think
doing
about it.
those things for like KFMA days in the past have been literally like my nightmare.
We've done.
You did good though, didn't you?
Yes.
I didn't do anything. I went on stage with other people and I just kind of waved, like did a
Oh,
pageant.
That's where the
wave.
waving comes from.
She
Tucson.
she done a stage announcement with me for KFMA Day.
I think I just stood there though.
No, you definitely said things. We even live streamed it, and I watch the video back every now and then when I'm feeling down on myself. But it was nice, and so yeah, you definitely said some words, and people love you. On the stage again, it's one of those things where a lot of it's going to kind of be in the background. People aren't going to be necessarily paying attention. Don't pay attention to the people, the nerds who are sitting in the seats waiting for over an hour in the same spot. Just know that your main objective is to remind people that Chevelle is there. They're going to take the stage, and it's going to happen in a little bit. And they're going to want to make their way to the stage area. And of course, plug the station, remind people radio exists, and mention the show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, you're terrified. $100 cash
Go
money.
in with attitude.
Yeah,
Pretend like you're the
I
Rock.
don't even know if there's any amount of money that would take to be. I mean,
Hey, you desert lizard motherfuckers! Guess who I am? Do you know who I am? Mari. They call me Big Mama M. Let's go.
Now,
Ready for
Rico,
Chevelle? Yeah.
you're making these jokes, but I don't think we've had you do a stage announcement yet. Have you ever done any
No.
announcements like this?
I could.
You could.
You could be very good
You
at it.
could be
Well,
very
I'm gonna
good.
wear
at
that
it. You
vest.
should do Chevelle.
Yeah.
Go to work
It's-
late.
it's-
I'll fill in for you at your other job.
Yeah,
I'll be
because
a
all you're
bouncer
doing
for
is
a little
checking
bit.
IDs, dude. You're not
Yeah, I
breaking
could
anything
do
up till
that.
like 1
I'm
o'clock.
doing roadhouse activities.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
So, okay, listen. Is there a way that you can get April 19th off so you can go to Pima County Fair? and make
Because I
an
already took so much
introduction?
time off for that vacation, they're not going to give me time off again soon. I took
Just
like
to say a
2-3
couple
weeks
hours
off.
later. When you explain the scenario, say, hey, look, Chevelle's playing
I'm
at
a
the
rock
fair.
star.
And they need to make me, they need me to make an announcement at the fair for Chevelle. And I'm going to get paid a little extra money on it. I can get here by 9. Can you let me come in a couple hours later? And they say, you know what? We don't even really need a fucking doorman. Let's be honest. Bartenders could check IDs, and this is a underground basement bar. So yeah, I mean, we're overpaying.
And then I
just
start
having
touring with Chevelle, and like next thing happens, like everything just changes.
This is how best friends
It's
happen.
crazy.
Yes.
True.
So
Like, we like that guy's insanity. We like his energy.
Yeah.
We're bring him around with us. Hey, you dumb motherfuckers! You like Chevelle?
yeah.
Yeah.
You got this.
Are you ready to see red?
Yeah.
Guess what?
That's
The
song I know,
red.
Chevelle.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got this.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
Yeah. Now you do have to do it.
Nah.
You got the
We'll
script
talk.
down and everything.
I'm just gonna push Mari in front of me. Just use her hands for her.
Well,
No, you
Mari,
be my voice, and I'll like
Yeah.
use it like a ventriloquist, right? Like I'll be like the
Yeah. You can do that.
and Mari has a security blanket. It does make you feel better when you're on stage in front of a bunch of people.
Yes, bring your blanket on stage.
No, she is the blanket. So, like I said, I've had this experience before with Mari, and it's always fun. So,
Yeah.
You got this.
you got
Yeah.
this.
No.
Okay. So,
Mari needs to do it. She needs it.
the fact that you just sounded like Phil from Pantera made me push up Pantera just to play it.
Ooh.
I know
Oh
because
God.
you look like him too. a
you
little
look
bit.
like him. You sound
Phil
like him.
Zero.
Yeah.
and
Great.
Salmo.
You're a maniac. And speaking of which, Rico's such a maniac that he proves so on Google on a regular basis. And earlier this morning, he did a 5-star review that was literally insane and fantastic at the same time. In case you missed it, one little something like this. Check it out. 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back, Beef Vegan Presents. If you don't know by now, my good friend Rico likes to go out to different establishments around the city. And when he has a pleasurable experience, he immediately rushes to Google to leave a 5-star review. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Rico's 5-star review. Who'd you review this week, Rico?
This week I did Loma Verde Disc Golf Course.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Tell me all about it.
When you live somewhere for an extended amount of time, you start to pick up on the local culture for better or for worse.
Right?
It is always fascinating and or horrifying to discover the seedy underbelly of recreational sports that dominate a particular region. One that has picked up quite a bit in recent times is Pickle Ball.
Yep.
Unfortunately, my disdain for the taste of pickles has prevented me from undertaking said sport. I was immediately turned off, and the only other obscure sport that did that to me prior was black licorice ball. Disgusting.
I don't know. I don't want to know how you played that.
The news that my beloved Rito Park horse racing degenerate gambling addiction has been canceled for the year, which leaves me with very little options insofar as told the whereabouts to get my kicks in this town. Lucky for me, I was recently driving by Park Place Mall and noticed a field next to it where a small group of dad bods with large polarized sunglasses partaking in some sort of futuristic frisbee game. They looked so intense and focused when they threw the frisbee at some sort of chain basket contraption. What the hell have I been missing? I was immediately obsessed. I began angrily honking at the car in front of me to move forward so I can turn out and park in the lane on the side of the road. After I parked, the guy I honked at got out of his car and started walking towards me, but I gave him the crazy stare and clenched fists, and he got back in and drove away. I needed to get closer to these guys to see what the deal was. What was this futuristic sport called? An old lady was pushing a stroller with a head of lettuce in it, and I stopped her and asked if she knew what they were playing, but she just shook her head and said some curse words in German and Spanish.
Oh,
Tucson things.
yeah.
I needed to know more, and I didn't want to be laughed at as a newbie if I approached these pristine athletes and made myself out to be an ignorant dork, so I decided to walk into the mall next door and grab some food while doing more recon. If I was going to show up, I needed to dominate and conquer. Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh, yeah.
Sun Tzu in The Art of War once said, "Making no mistakes is what establishes the certainty of victory, where it means conquering an enemy that is already defeated. I was already hiding behind a tree and staring at all four of these dudes, studying every move, so
Weird.
no mistakes were to be had. I stopped by Squared Up Pizza, and while I was waiting for my spicy Hawaiian, I asked the guy at the counter, hey, earlier I was practicing for my run for a 10K marathon to take first place again, and noticed a group of guys in the park throwing a frisbee into chain basket of sorts. Do you know what that's called? Immediately, he knew what I was talking about. He goes, yeah, my brother got mixed up with those guys a while back.
Oh, no.
Got in deep. They called him Demonio del Disco, the disc demon.
Oh, no.
He had to give it up because some other dudes from the Bisbee Frisbee Club showed up and didn't like that he was better than them. So they threatened to poop in the basket, which would undoubtedly result in the disc being covered in feces.
Oh, yes.
Nobody wants to throw a poopy disc.
Nope.
So he left and never came back. I said, that's great. What's the sport called? He looked around and then leaned over the counter and whispered, disc golf.
Oh.
I grabbed my za, left him a Sacagawea golden dollar as a tip, and spent the next hour looking at this so-called disc golf on the YouTubes. I made sure to put 4 experts at the end of the search because I like to jump right into the lion's den. I mentally forged myself into an unstoppable beast, well-versed in the art of disc. From putter, mid-range, and driver, a master of curvature, air, and wrist snapping. I gave myself the name Zane and headed over to Champ Sport for apparel. Busted out my almost maxed out credit card and swooped up a Nike Tech fleece jogger and a full zip up hoodie. The guy at the checkout asked me what I'm playing today, and I said, anything that's playing me. And put 2 grease lines under my eyes and headed out of the mall toward the park.
Oh, no.
I started growling and doing warrior chants while beating my chest, walking around the corner. And unfortunately, the group that was there before was nowhere to be found.
Oh.
There was a guy in the distance who appeared to be illegally pleasing himself, and I didn't feel like he was in the mood to take up a game of disc golf. Luckily, there was a leftover disc on the ground, so I began to practice with that one and missed every target every time for about 20 minutes while cussing at myself before the stroller lady came around speaking early German. So I left. I still look forward to driving around here daily to stalk any potential opponents. Great park, 5 stars.
You are absolutely a lunatic, dude. That's a real.
I'm an athlete.
That's a 5-star Google review that you could go just by searching what again?
Loma Verde Disc Golf Club.
Yeah, you come across Rico's review, make sure you give it 5 stars in return.
Or block me.
And what a rabbit hole you went down, man.
Yeah.
Insane. Fantastic. So, all right, let's hit the reset. We come back. We're going to have the. All right, so there you go. There's your 5-star review. Let's get ready for.
Who wants to play some disc golf?
I know. That was an excellent review, by the way. I got a Florida man that I'm going to do here.
Ooh.
I know. It's a good day when you get a Florida man. This one's nutty as hell, and I got mugshots to include it. All right, so let's go. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents. It's 9:30, and actually I have a Florida man story I got to share with you guys. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Florida man, catch an alligator in the trash can. If you can't do it, no one can. Come on now, Florida man.
All right, name a Florida man's favorite restaurant that you can find in most truck stops across America that's open 24 hours a day.
Waffle House.
That's right.
Ooh.
Waffle House. And I got a mugshot to show you on the podcast broadcast stream. It's a tattoo that shows the Waffle House, right?
Oh, nice. I
On
like
your-
that.
Do you
I
like
want it.
Yeah,
that?
Scrabble letters kind of.
Oh, yeah? Would you right swipe on this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
How
this,
quick she answered.
This is a leg tattoo. This Florida man loved the
That's his
Waffle
leg?
House so much. Yeah, I know. Loved Waffle House so much that he got it tattooed on him. And the guilt is now written all over his leg. He copped today to a theft charge for refusing to pay for a $250 Waffle House tattoo that was inked on his right calf.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would not swipe.
Yeah, so he got this tattoo because he loves Waffle House. But what he loves most about Waffle House is that he can dine and dash and not have to pay. He attempted to do the same thing with the tattoo. Now, there wasn't too much of a defense available to him, considering that the evidence is on him permanently for the rest of his life. He pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor charge related to obtaining the tattoo from Ink Gods in St. Petersburg.
With a Z, I hope.
Yeah, with a Z. You're
Yes.
absolutely right. Because it's Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, according to police reports, he had been drinking when he requested the 5-inch Waffle House tattoo in black and gray, and that it would cost $100 more to have the logo rendered in its usual yellow. But he didn't want to pretend like he was going to pay that, so he went for the black and gray.
I'm just going to get jaundice.
Yeah. So when it came time to pay the $250, he reached in his pocket and pulled out 6.
Huh.
$6. That's all he had. And he refused all other options to satisfy his debts, including any kind of debit card. He's like, no, this cash. You got $6, take it or leave it. They left it, filed a report, and he was arrested, spent the night in jail, posted a $150 bond, and now is facing those misdemeanor charges. So Florida man's love of Waffle House, drunkenly getting a tattoo, and knowingly not paying for it. It definitely makes him our Florida man of the week.
Oh, Florida man.
Yes, you want to see his mugshot?
I do.
He actually, surprisingly, looks normal-ish.
Ish.
Oh yeah.
There you go. But definitely has
Yeah,
bags under his
Florida
eyes.
normal,
Like
yeah.
he's made some bad decisions in his life.
Mhm.
All right, so there's your Florida man story of the week. We're gonna hit the reset and keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. You can join us youtube.com/beefvegan. Clear. Okay, now you can pee because earlier this morning, I did a story about DoorDash sexually harassing me. A DoorDasher sexually harassing me.
Really?
In a way, she shot her shot. Unfortunately, she was super high on meth with scabs all over her face.
No.
And she was in front of her methed out boyfriend who was also driving the car. It was crazy. And that story went a little something like this. Wage war with Circle the Drain on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Just a reminder, there is an imposter page for the show that's on Facebook. If it messages or comments on any of your comments on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page saying you won money, do not respond and delete it. It goes by Beef Vegan Show, which obviously is not my page.
What a lame name.
Yeah, in the podcast broadcast, we're going to show you the page and the impressive long con that this page set up and started to make itself look like a legit page before it started hitting people up. And in fact, it even has like a well-designed graphic talking about this made-up contest where it's giving away money, where you're like, oh my God,
That
man,
looks legit.
these guys are good. But at the same time, you know, obviously we did our Rock 102.1 Cash Pal promotion. That's over with. The only way to have won that is to text in, and we gave out over $60,000 as a company in 6 weeks. Yeah. So hopefully you were one of those winners. You know, normally when I order any kind of like restaurant delivery service through the apps, I make it leave at the door, right?
Mhm.
And I do that because COVID kind of made that a thing. And it's like super convenient. And then you like don't have to interact with anybody. So if you're feeling like antisocial and you don't want to talk to anybody, it's just better that way. And I've always been a fan of that. And on, I think Friday night, it was sometime last week, I ended up ordering dinner kind of late. And, you know, I was showered. I was just chilling at home, you know, just in my comfortable clothes, just waiting for the food to arrive. And it was one of those situations where I was kind of bored enough to where I was kind of tracking it. And I noticed that the car was outside of my house. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and grab this food, make this faster because I'm hungry. And so I go out and there was two people in the car in this hoopty, a man and a woman, who are obviously high out of their ass, right? And not like stoner high, but like kind of, you know, cracky, methy, if you will.
Yeah, not fun.
Not fun, dude. And so then I got this situation where there's like awkward small talk is happening with this woman who's talking way too much when I just like, hand me the food. We already pre-tipped. I prepaid everything. It's a quick little, here you go, have a good night. And then, you know, I'll wave you goodbye as I lock the door behind me.
End of transaction.
Right. That wasn't the case. This girl immediately was like, hey, this is a pretty nice place you live at. Yeah, you like it here? And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. She's like, what's the rent like? You know, I'm like,
no.
I don't think they're renting any units nearby, you know? So
All full.
yeah. So, and I just met you, so I don't necessarily want to talk about my rent. Right. And she's like, oh yeah. Oh, do you like it here? Yeah, it's okay. Can I get my food now?
Right.
Right. And then, so she hands me the food and then she's like, you smell nice.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, sorry, what? And she goes, you smell nice. What are you wearing? And this is, again,
Oh,
this is in front
no.
of her, like crackhead boyfriend who has the window down, who's just kind of like chuckling. And it was a very sketch
Awkward.
situation.
Yeah.
And I literally obviously wasn't going out or nothing. And she's like, you smell nice. What are you wearing? I'm like, soap. That was my answer, dude.
Hard water and soap.
Yeah, that's what I was wearing. I was
Yeah.
wearing soap. I'm like, you should try it sometime, you know? But
So you're gonna eat that on a table inside? How big's the table? Where'd you get it from? How much was it?
you got cable? Is it
Right.
Wi-Fi? You know, like get out of here. So long story short, that's the last time I'm going to greet any kind of restaurant delivery driver. And it's also super sketch about restaurant delivery drivers in general.
Jeez.
They're not like, there's definitely no drug test to get that gig. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you have a horror story from any of these delivery apps, because I just did a story last week about how a woman who was a customer had a driver claim that she was sexually harassing him. So if you have any of those awkward situations, definitely get at me, 600KFMA, or email me, bfegan@kfma.com. Speaking of email, we got Draft My Life coming up next, and your opportunity to win tickets for the Black Keys, which was announced. All right, so we're back here live. Again, let me show you this crazy ass Facebook page. Now, this Beef Vegan Show, again, this is not my page. Now, this promo that they put together was better than the work that Miguel does, right? So, Crazy Cash win $1,000 13 times a day. The graphic makes it look legit. Here's the thing that's scary about this, okay? It has collections, and this page has been around for a minute. Okay, 2,500 followers. So this is the scam. 18 hours ago, they started this, okay? But on February 2nd, they posted this, right? Which is a little just screenshots.
Huh.
This is more intense than an actual stalker you get.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Okay, so this is on February 2nd. Which literally says catch up on all the fun, youtube.com/beefvegan. It's literally promoting our page.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool.
In a good way, and actually better than mine, right? So 4 likes on this, which again, all just spammy bullshit likes, right? Then this post from the OK Goalie guy, which was on November 3rd last year. So they come back periodically just to post content. And then throw this contest alert. Now, this contest was a legit contest that we did. It was the beard envy contest, right? Which we're going to be doing that again, but I don't know. I got to follow up with people. So they shared that, right? This on May 31st, 2023.
Now,
with Zoe.
are these captions, are you noticing these are the same ones you have on your page? Or
Yes.
Okay, they're exactly copy and paste.
Copy paste,
Okay.
right? On some of them. This was June 2nd, 2022. Right. So there was basically almost a full year in between posts there. Which look at that Rico with a mustache and hair. All right. And Powers and Carlos Rade. This was April 15th, 2022. February 14th. Then September 9th, 2021, with Lance and Drum. Right? Rico's the ride or die, dude. You've been around since day one.
That's
Look at that.
right.
Yeah. Slobby Robbie's first appearance, July 30th, 2021.
Wow.
This post, before I even started the show, was announcement coming. This is June 18th,
Wait,
2021.
what?
Yeah.
This post below that, 1997, like, I really want to be a DJ one day.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Beef Vegan Show. This was April 15th, 2020. So I didn't even have my own show. You know, yeah, this is when I was still on the Frank show.
Oh, this is deep.
Whoa.
This is my fucking personal page or my Instagram. It's
They're
Instagram.
just taking photos and then.
From Instagram. Look at, then there you go. Slobby on Frank show. So look at 2018.
Wow.
2018 Burt Kreischer.
Mm.
Beef Honey, which is Beef Honey, right? 2018. This is a picture from my friend's wedding. In 2018.
Memory lane.
2017. And then the first post was Schmonty, Kevin, who had cerebral palsy and beat me in basketball. And so that was the first post there. Insane.
Wow.
So this was 7 years ago that they started this page.
Wow.
Yeah. And 7 years playing the long con. And then just now came up with
And back then, this
promotion.
never popped up on your radar once.
No, I didn't see any of the comments.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You don't just sit there and type in your name.
Even when you do that, I don't think you can find it just like that. It's very odd.
That's crazy.
I had to go through, and the reason why I found out about this is because there was a notification on the KFMA Facebook page saying Beef Vegan Show commented on a comment. I'm like, huh, that's
not normal.
weird. Yeah. So I clicked on it, And I was like, wait a second, that's not me. That's fucked up. And then I looked at the initial post that they were commenting on. It was actually a post from 7 years ago when I was on Schmonty in the morning. So
Crazy.
yeah. And I think that's actually a pretty smart way to potentially go under the radar because they're not making these comments on new posts, which would obviously be noticed, right? It's kind of buried in the history of Facebook, but it will still show up as a notification to somebody commenting.
Know that you're going to see it. Hopefully the person that they're targeting is going to click on it.
Crazy.
But yeah.
I don't know how to find it.
But they're doing good promotions. So you're like, yeah, I'm going to keep going.
Let's see that pic of Beef with a Beard looks like a country guy that does funny reactions to videos. Side hustle. We all about that. Let's see. I don't know. Well, if you got hacked and well, Jeff, yeah, if you tried to, if you fell for any of this, let me know. And yes, that's how that would happen. Do not click on any of that shit. You know what my social media is. It's just at Beef Vegan or Beef Vegan Presents. So simple as that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm on it. That's nuts.
Yeah, it is nuts. And they're not following anyone either. They still have 2,500 followers. And again, it's probably just all call center followers, right? Those click farms. Is it, what do they call it?
I think that's what it's called.
Click farm, yeah.
Did they take these screenshots then?
They took it from Instagram, I think. Oh, yeah, no, they took those screenshots. So
they're doing work.
They're doing work. They went to my YouTube page and they screenshotted a bunch of like parts from the video.
Because on one hand, you would assume, I mean, on the more safe side, I guess you would assume there's some kind of algorithm or some kind of program that just like jacks all the photos and all the captions and reposts it on that page. And they're doing that to other people, you assume. It has to be some kind of system. On the creepy side, yeah, it's like one lone actor who's just which is weird.
That's part of that system. I know. And it's like, sorry, you're emulating the wrong person. I'm not that big, bro.
It's like, I'm here to help you.
I like the profile picture.
I'm gonna make you big.
Well, that was an old profile picture of mine.
No, it's so old. And that's the
But
only
you like
one.
that photo?
Yeah, nice photo, Captain America.
Yeah, it was my dating profile.
I think if they start posting photos of you like going to your car at Safeway, you're just like, oh, okay, this isn't good.
Popular 2.1 KFMA. I thought the song was over with, but it had some weird count. Welcome back to the show. We're looking at this weird Facebook spam account that is up. And it's basically trying to state that it's me, and it's been operating since 2017, and it just blowing as far as the amount of work that they put in scamming people. But do not fall for it. Beef Vegan Show is the name of that page. So if you get any comments from that, do not fall for it. Report it as a spam page. And again, that's Beef Vegan Show, not Beef Vegan Presents or at Beef Vegan, because those are official pages. And please don't report my pages. I put a lot of work on. Insane. Let's talk about some serious business now. You know, there's a lot of current events that we kind of overlook, but with the assistance of artificial intelligence, sometimes it can take a complicated issue and kind of make it simple for us. I'll give you an example, right? So yesterday, the U.S. or the White House announced that they're set to approve an $18 billion arms sale to Israel, including several dozen F-15 fighter planes, right? A lot of those planes actually won't even be done for several years. Now, I believe also the U.S. Loaned Israel about $15 billion. So this is a way for them to get that money back plus $3 billion. But of course, it's all arms warfare. Now, though, this is a complicated issue. Some people are pro this, some people are anti this. So I took all this information, went to ChatGPT, and was like, give me some bullet points to help me explain this. And also, what are some pros and cons of this deal, right? According to artificial intelligence. And what it came back was fascinating. All right. So they say the F-15s need to be built, won't arrive in Israel for several years. Israel aims to bolster its air power to counter threats from Hamas, Iran, and other places. Now, the military package includes, munitions, support services, training, maintenance, and a contractor support for up to 2 decades. Okay. U.S. law, though, requires Congress to be notified of major foreign military sales, likely sparking debate. And Biden faces pressure to limit support for Israel's prime minister. And in Washington, concerned about Israel's planned military offensive in neighboring areas. Many Palestinians have sought shelter because of Israel's Gaza assault. And the offensive was launched after Hamas attacked Israel communities, which we know. Now, the U.S. provides $3.8 billion in annual military assistance to Israel, and U.S. officials criticize Israel for how they've been approaching this war. All right, now, so what were the pros? What were the cons? So according to ChatGPT, the pros of this deal is strengthening Israel's defense capabilities against regional threats, cementing U.S.-Israel military ties, and providing economic benefits to the U.S. defense industry, right? What are the cons? Escalating tensions in the region, potentially fueling conflict between Israel and its adversaries, and critics argue it perpetuates violence and human rights violation, right? And then they even gave me like a hypothesis, but I'm not getting into that. So that's one way where you could decipher some of this information. You ask it to break it down into bullet points, give you pros and cons, and even like a summary, if you will. But there's another way to do this, because I'm sure a lot of that information went over your head, like, which is fine. So then I said, okay, well, based off all this information, can you explain it to me like I'm 5 years old? And ChatGPT did, but I'm not going to do it. Mari's going to explain it as if we're all 5. So, Mari, can you please explain the U.S. military of $18 billion arms deal to Israel for us like we were 5 years old?
Okay, as your resident mom of littles, imagine you have a friend who needs help protecting their toys from some other kids who want to take them away.
Okay.
So your big brother decides to give your friend some special toys that are really good at keeping the other kids away. These special toys are like super cool airplanes called F-15.
Oh.
Your friend feels safer because they have these powerful toys now. But some people might not be happy about it, and it could make things a bit more complicated with the other kids.
Oh.
So it's like giving your friend some big, strong toys to help them stay safe, but it might also make some things a little bit tricky with the other kids.
I get it now. Thank you, Mari.
You're welcome.
You understand there, Rico?
I'm confused.
Oh, we tried.
I don't like those kids.
All right, we're going to hit the reset and be back with your beef tip right after this. It's Rock 1 2.1. All right, so there you go. That was one way to attempt
I
that.
want all the toys.
Like, well,
Yep. All
I have to
right.
beat up those other kids then. Hard, fast.
Ooh.
Okay, Todd.
What did Todd say?
Whatever, Todd.
Yeah, he's bagging on me.
I'm smart.
Look, dude, because there was a lot of stuff going on with the bullet points, and I should have had him summarize it a little simpler.
It could have been like, yeah, humans like money and safety and expansion. They don't like pew pew, boom boom. Like, oh,
Well, I mean, that's ChatGPT explaining it to us like we're 5 years old, which is nice and simple, so that was good. And next time I'm gonna have you do that again, Mari. Not today, but
Explain stuff in
like we're
5 years?
5. But I definitely want you to amp up the baby talk.
baby talk. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
get
yeah.
a little
Hi,
more baby.
kids.
Yeah.
Hi.
And that's what I'm gonna do with these kind of like world issues that like are kind of front like headline news. I'm going to take that information, have ChatGPT explain it to us like we're 5 years old, and then have you come in. That's literally going to be a segment. And I
the
think
birds
it'll
and
be
the
a fun
bees.
way.
I wonder what ChatGPT says about the birds and the bees.
I'll ask her right now. All right.
I'll have her write a song about it.
Yeah. Did you hear the Beef Vegan metal song that Sunu came up with?
Mm-mm.
We did this. This is crazy. In fact, actually, I'll share this. So this is the website. I'm going to try to create it right now. I'm still busy. Anyways, they basically said we went to this website. Rico came across this. And how'd you find this again? Your brother?
Oh, we talked about it, but I think like last week I was just going through like new AI services and found it on some blog or something, I'm sure.
Right. Okay. So basically, this website makes songs on demand, AI from beginning to end, lyrics, music, vocals, and it takes like 20 seconds. So it's not like it's flawless, but it is impressive. So I basically put in information, give me a System of a Down style song about beef vegan radio DJ in Tucson, right? And this is what it came up with. Listen to this.
In the late night hours, he takes control. Spinning the record to rock and roll. Beats the gun, the DJ of the airways. With the force that never fades. you move and make to the rhythm in the groove with the mohawk and tattoos. He's a sight to behold. Beefy God, the metal warrior bold. Turn up the volume, let the speakers explode. DJ Beefy God, he's got the radio go. For all the headbangers and rock and roll freaks. He's the one who brings the metal week after week.
And that goes on for another minute,
Wow,
minute
that's-
and some,
The
right?
fact that it has the chorus and the hook,
And the bridge,
You know, bridge
yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy.
See, I'll scrub
the
ahead a little bit.
breakdown.
Yeah, so
Sight to
DJ
behold.
Beefegan, he's got the radio gold for all the headbangers and the rock and roll, freaks.
The motherfucking tattoos.
Well, no,
It's
it's
like to behold.
yeah, no, I thought it said motherfucking tattoos, but
What'd
it's
it
with
say?
a mohawk and tattoos.
Oh.
But it does sound
Like
like
that
with
mother-
motherfucking tattoos.
Motherfucking tattoos.
Oh, yes,
For all the headbangers and rock and roll freaks.
freaks.
He's the one who brings the metal week after week.
Oh. Oh.
Epic, right? So there was, but of course, it didn't sound like System of a Down. Now this is they gave me two. They give me two examples, right?
Hmm.
And again, less than 20 seconds, both.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When the late night hours he takes control, spinning the records rock and roll. Beefy again, the DJ of the airwaves, with a voice that echoes and
Never fades.
He's got the power to make you move and bring to the rhythm in the groove. With a mohawk and tattoos, he's a
Now, why do they keep saying I have a mohawk and tattoos, dude? I'm like, come on, man. I feel like that's
Computer thinks like
stereotyping.
every radio DJ has a mohawk and tattoo.
Yeah, right. He's on the point of Boulder Mini, but he does see DJs anyways. Rock 102.1 Camp, man. Welcome back to the show. We're still messing around with these songs that we concocted earlier this morning. This AI website that can literally make a song on demand within 20 seconds.
Dark magic.
It's not fantastic, but the big takeaway of this Beef Vegan song that we asked them to do in the style of System of a Down is that they think and they assume that I have a mohawk and tattoos because I'm a DJ on the airwaves, which I find highly offensive.
Stereotyping you.
You stereotype me, put me in a box, a little mohawked box, which I don't appreciate. But I will share this with you in case you didn't hear it earlier this morning. This is from Sunu AI, is the website. Right now, it's just too busy, so you have to get it at the right moment. But you put in a simple prompt, and my prompt was like, "Hey, give me a song about Beef Vegan, radio DJ in Tucson, in the style of System of a Down." And this is the best they could come up with, but pretty impressive.
when the late night hours he takes control, spinning the records rock and roll. Beefy again, the DJ of the airwaves, with a voice that echoes and never fades.
Never fades.
He's got the power to make you move.
Move.
To the rhythm in the groove.
Groove.
Mohawk and tattoos, he's a sight to behold.
Don't have a mohawk.
Beefy again, the metal warrior bold.
Rock.
The volume, let the speakers explode. DJ Beefy again, he's got the radio gold.
I got the gold.
Bangers and rock and roll freaks. He's the one who brings the metal week after week.
All right, trying to force those lyrics in. Yeah. All right. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to have like Held Out or somebody like cover that for you.
I think we could do. I think they could do a little better on that, and I think we could do a little better than that. But still,
In your head.
you know, that's funny. Just pretty much standing cool things. Like sounds like Power Rangers. Sounds oh, you can make that image very easily utilizing another AI website. Yeah, we're having fun with AI for sure. But that was something that blew our mind earlier this morning.
Wow.
Yeah,
20 seconds.
I know. Yeah, 20 seconds.
Nuts.
Yeah. So my beef tip to you guys is really go down the rabbit hole and learn and try to find out what different AI websites are out there you to be able to utilize for free. Because you might need to be able to kind of get a leg up on the competition or maybe even help out your job in a way because there are benefits to it. And now's the time to show your employer that you could work better than artificial intelligence because there's been a lot of pieces with a lot of doom and gloom saying, hey, they're coming for your job.
That robot took my job.
Beep, bop, boop. Yeah, that's where it's at right now. So, but at the same time, it's also super fun. And now this is what's crazy about this program is if you pay for the premium, you own the rights to that song. So if you
What?
keep tweaking the formula and you come up with songs that are catchy enough, then you could upload them to Spotify and literally make money off them.
Wow.
Yes. So you could become your own fake artist. So if you ever wanted to be a rock star, but you have no talent or trauma in your childhood to depend on, now's your opportunity, man. You know,
Yep.
yeah, you're a superstar. It's just 2 clicks away.
You can drive a nice car and go to Whole Foods and still be a rock star.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not have to put in any effort or have to deal with any of that emotional baggage of a said trauma that you need to endure to be a great artist.
Yeah, win.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for the show today. Don't forget, all week long, we're giving away tickets for Black Keys before they go on sale this Friday. Your next opportunity is going to be tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. with Weirdo in studio. Robin Nash has tickets for Korn that she's giving away on her show. So just keep it right here. Thank you guys so much for listening. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
Keep on
a side of
Keep
beef,
on fucking, Beezy.
will come and
Bringing it
do all
back.
your grief. But if
Thank you, guys.
you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.
Babuski.